Welcome to the Second Briefing Podcast with Scott and Tom. We're recording from the Gunslinger Clubhouse in beautiful downtown Hillsboro.
Hey everybody, I'm Scott, and I spent 23 years on patrol at a local sheriff's office.
Hey, and I'm Tom. I spent 26 years at that same sheriff's office working with Scott.
In this podcast, we're going to be speaking with former and retired police officers about their life after police work and how they've been dealing with civilian life.
Hey, and maybe we'll have a little fun along the way. Boom, hashtag.
Okay, everybody, let's get to the podcast. Hey, everybody, we have our first sponsor of the Second Briefing Podcast. Tall Fur Coffee was started by a retired police officer. Tall Fur roasts and packages their own coffee and has several blends such as Guatemalan and Sumatran. There is even cold brew if you prefer. It gets Tom and I ready for our day. I was not a coffee stop before, but now I am, and Tall Fur is the best.
Right now, you go to tallfurcoffee.com and enter the code Second Briefing for 15% off your order. That's the number 2 with an ND briefing for 15% off your order. Thanks for Tall Fur Coffee for all your support.
Order yours today and support first responders. Make sure it's green. Y'all green down there?
Yeah, green, yeah. Sweet.
We had a problem with my
All right, welcome back. It's the Second Briefing Podcast. You guys, who is it? It's Tommy Buckmaster.
Yes, it is.
What is it, 3 words? I'm coming back. I just came back from Sturgis. I'm a little lightheaded. Had to get an IV the second day I was there. I don't know. Check it out. IVs are good for you when you drink too much. And my partner,
Scott.
1 word, Scott.
It is only 1 word, and I'm. They told us it was gonna be a heat wave here in Portland when we came back from Palm Springs. 91 degrees. I laughed because it was 116 down there, but we had a pool, so it was good.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
I don't know how hot
think,
it was in Sturgis, but it was hot.
Yeah, it was pretty.
I got
warm.
a sunburn on my face. My nose is peeling.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't wear a helmet.
I was
either.
going to ask you what happened there.
I didn't wear a
my
helmet at
gosh.
all.
Well, what's that? You should have worn that the whole time.
It'd
and
blow
just
right
pulled it
off.
out.
Yeah.
My new,
You need a visor. Is what
my
you
new,
need.
what is it? Crocheted, what do
the
you call
hair
it?
that sticks out.
Crocheted
Look
bucket
at
hat. Crocheted bucket hat matches my bike. Would blow
Crochet.
right off on the bike.
Everybody needs a crocheted
Crocheted
bucket
bucket hat's the way to go.
hat. Gerba
Get 'em.
needs a crocheted bucket hat. He probably
Gerba.
wouldn't wear it though.
Well, his head is so small, pointy.
Well, you just get him an all red
Be
one.
hard
and we
to
just
get
you
a
wouldn't
hat
be able to
that
tell where
fits.
his face begins and his.
He can get a crocheted mask.
I say that out loud.
I know he can get him a crocheted mask. for
3
his boat.
shades of Kit Branch. What? Oh, sorry. What?
Let's go. Okay.
So since
Let's
we're
get
since
focused.
talking about Gerba,
Let's get focused. Focus up.
we're gonna do our Gerba
Focus
top
up.
5, everybody.
Jesus, that was a long
So
one.
since we're in the summer movie season, we thought we would reimagine the top 5 movie titles renamed with Gerba involved.
Oh,
All right, number
Nice.
5, Gerbinator 3: The Rise of the Gerbas.
number 4, The Hunt for Red Gerba.
Number 3, Fast and Furious: Gerba Drift.
Number 2, Gerba the Barbarian.
That was pretty good. And the number 1 blockbuster movie that Gerba would be in is Mikhail Blart, Mall Cop.
Should have been Gerba the Skinny Barbarian.
Mikhail Blart.
Mikhail Blart.
That's right. That was my favorite. Anyway, with that, we welcome our guest this week, Blake.
Blake.
Been a long time. Welcome,
Jesus,
sir.
Blake,
Welcome.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, it's good to see you guys.
Good to see you.
Been a
Shitty
long
airplane.
time. Long.
Look at
Oh,
that.
man.
That was
Yeah.
a shitty airplane.
Yeah. Well, we hear you got to speak with our resident top 5 person.
I did.
Yeah, you
I
talked
did.
to-
Had a
yeah.
phone conversation a week or so ago. He had some, how shall I say, questions about a seaplane apparently landed on Hegg Lake. So he wanted some questions answered. So I tried to answer his questions as best I could.
A plane landed
Yeah.
on Hegg Lake. Is it big enough for a plane to land there?
Oh yeah, it's long enough.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Shit,
Mhm.
I didn't think it would be.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. You know, from end to end. I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty.
Is it?
pretty
Oh.
long? Yeah.
shit.
And Gerba, being the investigator that he is, he followed up on all leads and called PDX and got you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well,
The
I don't,
investigator that he is.
Whatever
Well,
that does, I guess.
he was probably a little disappointed with the information that I gave him because it was like, bro, I don't know that those things are regulated on lakes. At least not.
Did he check it for life jackets?
Yeah, yeah.
You
In
got your
Oregon.
fishing license?
Well, technically, I mean, when it's on the water,
It should have a life jacket?
It should. Yeah.
One for every person or every seat?
Jerry would be disappointed if he didn't write a citation, I think.
Well, I don't think he actually
No.
even contacted, the person that was flying
Oh,
it.
sure.
Yeah, he
That's
just
fair.
saw it and was like,
Oh.
"Er?" Yeah,
Oh.
and
Oh.
Fair enough.
yeah.
Well, tell us about yourself. You
Oh,
were in the
sheesh.
military.
Oh my gosh.
Give us your histories.
Where do I start, Scott? Where do I start?
You're
Yeah.
born
So,
in a small town.
no, Portland resident, lived here all my life up until the time when I joined the military back in 1984.
I
1984.
graduated high school in '86.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
A lot of people,
That's when I
weren't
started high
even
school.
around back in those days. But yeah,
I remember it.
joined the Marine Corps. When my career initially started, at MCRD San Diego, but my MOS that I had, I could literally be assigned to any,
Sure.
So I was spent the 4 years with ground pounders. I was actually my first MOS, or my first job was with infantry, and then I did a little stint at the East Coast, trying to go to Marine Security Guard school. That didn't quite work out, and then I came back to Camp Pendleton, and then I was assigned to an artillery unit, which that was not really fun. So I spent a lot of time out in 29 Palms in the desert,
Yeah.
eating
yeah.
dust.
I went through 29
Yeah,
Palms. Yeah, I know. That's
Yeah,
hot and
yeah.
deserty. Yes.
So that wasn't fun. So then I got smart and I re-enlisted, and then I went overseas to the Air Wing. So I was then assigned to a Marine Wing Control Squadron, and we didn't really do too much of anything except they had lots of boxes, that had radar equipment and stuff like that in it. And then went to Korea, for Team Spirit back in those days.
Yeah.
The Marine Corps used to have I guess they would call it an operation with the Korean Rock Marines every year. And, it just happens that it snows in Korea in February, if you didn't know.
I would
It
not
snows
have
here in
known.
February too.
Yes.
Yeah. So it had,
Never would have thought.
18 inches of snow on the ground when we got there. So that was really fun living in a tent,
Yeah, in the
Oh,
snow.
yeah.
Yeah. No
In
heaters
Korea.
either.
Yeah. Well, so
Did they give you some
yeah,
heaters?
they had what they call them potbelly stoves. So they were, about from the ground about 3 feet up, flat, with this little thing around it so you didn't touch the damn thing. Which, because, Marines,
would
not
hurt.
always.
Is this hot?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it is hot.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Oh, yes, exactly.
Yes.
So
You're a little bit,
What's
the
the-
Army's
what's
just a
that-
little bit above the Marines.
What's that
Yeah.
smell?
In that kind of way.
It's
Just a
Blake's
little bit.
fingers. Yeah.
But so GP tent, I'm sure you
Yeah,
are familiar with
yeah.
that. Yeah. So lived in a GP tent.
General purpose.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
That's for everything.
With the potbelly stoves for Team Spirit, and then I was, obviously over in Okinawa for that. Went to mainland Japan for a little while for R&R, whatever. Came back to the States, and I was then stationed in South Carolina, which I don't know how much experience
It
either
sucks.
of you fine gentlemen have ever had. with
Humid,
the
probably.
southern part of our lovely United States. It was very humid, but
Yeah.
again, it was tropical, just like it was in Okinawa. So
Oh.
when I came home, I was like, "Oh, I'm already used to this," because I wanted to
Right.
go back to Camp Pendleton, and someone in the Marine Corps said, "No, you need to go to South Carolina." So that's
thanks.
how
Someone.
that's how I ended
Thank
up
you.
there.
May have another. Yeah.
And then went to Desert Storm, the first Desert Storm, when Saddam Hussein was kind enough to go across the border there and invade Kuwait. So I got a little more time out eating dirt
In the
and
desert.
whatnot.
In the desert.
And then came back from all of, 6-7 months of being over in the sandbox. And then once I came back, I got orders to be a recruiter, which I really didn't want to do.
Yeah.
So I basically tried to make that situation work best for me. So I came home here to Portland on leave and went to the recruiting command downtown and was like, "Hey, I got orders to go to recruiter school. I want to come back here to Portland because I believe I would be most effective here because I know the school system, blah, blah, blah." And they was like, "Well, we don't know. We're not sure." I go back to South Carolina. I take my orders. I go and take leave en route to my new duty station, which is, recruiter school, and came back to Portland. Was like, "Hey, I really, really, really want to come to
Yeah.
Portland." And so then I get down to recruiter school, and then about, I want to say 6 weeks through the 8-week program, you fill out a dream sheet where where you want to go. RS Portland, RS Portland, RS Portland. Lo and behold, they picked me. So
Oh,
I came
there you go.
here, and I was on recruiting duty from late 1990 into 1991, and then I got out, February-ish of 1993. Yeah, and then I was working at Costco at the time. After I got out, was working at Costco. A friend of mine said, "Hey, look at this! The newspaper. Washington County's hiring, a bunch of deputies or whatever. Blake, I think you'd be a good police officer." I said, okay, I'll put my hat in." So took the test again. Like I said, you guys remember
Oh, yeah.
back in those days, you got thousands of people testing for, I guess it was 8 spots that they hired in that particular group. And I could not tell you all of those people that were in that group, but John B was one of those members.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, who was, I guess, when he left here, was he a lieutenant or was he?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So John B was part of my group, and like I said, there was 8 of us.
See, we should say last names. 'Cause I can't even think who that is. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Road
So,
crawler. Can't even blade of grass.
yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got you now. You should have just said that.
So yeah. So yeah, again, I started here in May of 1994 as a fresh new recruit. I had good coaches.
You said 94?
94.
94.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's 4 years before me.
Oh yeah, yeah. So when you started, I want to say I was over at TriMet because me and Greg Kay were the first 2 deputies when they opened the West Side Light Rail.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Greg Kay and I, we were the first 2 to go down there, and be part of TriMet, which was
Because
awesome.
he had just come back when I started in 01
Oh yeah,
full time.
yeah,
I've
because
been a
he
reserve
because
before
he
that.
left early
'Cause he was doing
because
our DTs or something.
DTs, but he came back. I want to say he wanted to be part of the tag team or whatever.
Yeah, I think it was about the time he was getting
Yeah.
in. Yep.
And I was having a blast down there.
Yeah.
Got bike certified, became a bike instructor and all of that.
That's a funny story I want to get to later. Yeah.
Yeah. So became a bicycle instructor. I was basically making a living doing police work on a bicycle in downtown Portland, in and around Old Town. Oh man, you
Yeah.
talk about a cream de la cream job. It was getting paid to exercise.
Yeah.
It was awesome,
yeah.
And so I, did my time in TriMet. I came back to the sheriff's office because I wanted to get promoted. So that was my whole reasoning for coming back. So I came back, I got promoted to corporal, and then again, I didn't spend very much time as a corporal. I think I was a corporal for about 6 months.
What
I
year was that?
remember you
'Cause
being a corporal.
I remember that because it must have been around 01.
It
Does
was
that sound
it
right?
was late 2001, early 2002, somewhere around that time.
Because I remember
frame.
that. It was very boom, boom.
Yeah,
You and a couple other people did. I
Because
think.
again, I took the sergeant's exam as just, I want to see what this is like. I want
Yeah.
to see, test the water, see what
Feel
it's
it
like.
out.
Yeah.
I got hired from that exam, or I got promoted
Yeah.
from that exam, which was quite shocking. I was like, well, I was doing this as a, kind of an experiment to see
Right.
what the process is
You
like.
weren't really expecting it.
Exactly. Yeah, I was
man.
not expecting that. And
That's
so
crazy.
they were like, yeah, I want to say I was 4th on the list. Shit, I don't remember the number, but whatever it was. And so I got promoted. And then, and that was right around that 10-year mark that I had been here, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So I get promoted to sergeant, which, was a kick-ass job. I highly recommend it for anybody who's still currently working in law enforcement. But yeah, did that, got assigned quite a few different things, was the Marine Patrol sergeant, out there at Hag Lake. That was an interesting time. Then I was obviously the bike sergeant. I took over that little thing, which also when I saw the episode with Cookson, bro.
Oh no!
So
Here it is.
Let's
So
hear the Cookson stories.
So Cookson was one of my bike deputies. I can't remember who his partner was, but you remember Drew when
Oh,
he
yeah.
was a Selvit 285, maybe 290, when he was on bike patrol. And so he kept breaking bike parts. And I was like, Cookson, dude, what are you doing? He's like, Sarge, I don't get it. I don't understand. We we're chasing guys. And I'm like, okay, Cookson, you got to understand that bicycle that you're riding is manufactured and maintained for someone who's 185 pounds at maximum. You're like 285, bro. You're breaking stuff. You can't ride that bike like, no, you can't ride it
Pedaling like
yeah,
Snap.
exactly. Yes. But
That's funny.
that was a fun time. So I actually prior to getting promoted to sergeant or whatever, I was part of the IFAS team. You guys were
Yeah.
sharing those lovely stories we used to have out there on the range.
Oh,
man.
yes.
Oh,
In the gravel,
in the
gravel pit,
snow, the mud.
snow, mud,
snow.
rain.
Yeah, you
Rain.
got-
We're like
well,
postmen.
if
Rain,
you're see,
sleet.
but again, that's
Exactly.
if you're gonna operate in those conditions,
Yeah,
you
it's true.
gotta train.
Train
in
as you
those
fight.
conditions.
True.
You cannot say, "Oh, it's raining outside, it's snowing outside. I'm not gonna go do police work
Yeah.
today." No, you got to
Not
be
getting out of
able
my
You
to.
mean you can't just stay in your car?
Yeah.
Well, near the end we did.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
think the
you
last
could go,
day,
you
yeah.
could go take that call.
But
Just the last
but
day.
it was cool though. So I
Yeah.
enjoyed IFAS, which was awesome because your current sheriff was IFAS instructor. Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember when she was a young deputy, still working in the jail, on the fence about whether or not she wanted to take on the responsibility of being a corporal. I'm like, come on. She had been
Yeah.
in the military, Navy, all that. I'm like,
Yeah.
you could be a corporal, no problem. Whatever. And here she is now. She's the sheriff of Washington
There
County.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but let's
Funny
see.
how things go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
yes,
weird,
Yes,
isn't
it
it?
is. Yes, it is.
How things roll out.
So,
Yes.
like I said, again, sergeant, doing a couple of things. So IFAS, I was we adopted the urban rifle program. I was the sergeant that was in charge of that for a little while. And then finally got promoted, or not promoted, but got my dream job to be the gang enforcement sergeant,
Oh, yeah,
which
that's
that
right.
was, kind of my undoing, but that was my fault on that
Yeah.
one. Yeah. But good. I mean, like I
Yeah.
said, 16 years, almost 17 years here at Washington County. I enjoyed it. It was
Yeah.
fun. Had a great time. And then it's time to move on.
Yep.
So I remember, talking about the bicycle stuff, I remember doing that with you and Robbie O
Oh, yes.
and Stevie T.
Yeah.
So you guys were our instructors because I was doing it with Keith K.
Oh, okay.
Because he
Uh-huh.
since has moved on to a different agency. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, I did not know.
Clackamas.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's been a couple, 2-3 years ago, I think. But anyway, it was me and him and then a bunch of reserves because
Uh-huh.
I was doing it because I was reserve coordinator.
Yeah.
And I remember you guys were all really good instructors on that because you guys had all been through the bike course and been instructors for a while. But I think that Steve took it to another level
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because I remember we were out there and we rode all over the place. So that guy would take us on rides like to condition the hell out of us. I remember someone telling me get the cushion, the spandex pants with the cushioning. There's a name for them. You would know probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some specific term,
Well,
but
I mean the cycling
cycling shorts. I
shorts,
guess.
yes, have the padded things in there for your under
For your
Undercarriage.
Your-
yeah.
Give for the gooch.
Yeah, 'cause you
your
don't wanna be-
undercarriage. Yeah,
Yeah,
because if you've not been on a bicycle, and I say this because I just did the bridge pedal this past Sunday, and
Yeah.
I hadn't been on a bicycle in a while, but it can be painful.
Yeah.
For extended
Yeah.
extended
Yeah.
periods of time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There goes my voice. Yeah.
doing stairs and those types of things too.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you're trying to go down the stairs.
Oh yeah.
And then the mounts and dismounts and I remember Steve. We were at 143rd and Thompson,
Oh, okay.
and there's that berm by Circle A. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And we were up there, and it was like a 20 to 5, and we were supposed to be done at 5, and he wanted to go all the way up to Skyline, and we're just like, oh, Steve. And we kind of looked at you and Rob, and we're like, come on, guys. Will you talk to him? And I think you guys went over and chatted with Steve,
Yeah,
and
it's like,
you
bro,
could just see it. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have.
Yeah,
a
we're
lot
we're
of-
supposed to be done. These guys have, because it was like 2 weekends in a row, like a Saturday, Sunday,
Yeah.
and a Saturday. And it was,
Yeah.
I mean, Keith and I got overtime, but like,
Yeah,
I mean,
it-
still,
it-
but it was like, Come on, bro.
Yeah, again, with the reserves, obviously they're volunteers,
Right, and that was
And
the
so
big
they're
thing.
so
Yeah.
they're not getting paid
not,
to
yeah.
be out there, So again, we understand, yeah, they want to go through the training and all of
Yeah.
that, but you don't want to grind their,
Yeah,
can I
and
say
push
dicks into
them.
the dirt?
You sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can
you
say
don't
that.
want to
want-
grind their dicks into the
We
dirt.
haven't
No,
been
you do not.
penalized yet.
That's
Hell, we might have been even flexed. I don't know.
They their capacity to learn at that point when they're suffering that much physically, it diminishes.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, that's probably not a
It
good
was
idea.
it was a great course. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys did a great job.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, but yeah, it was hard. It wasn't easy.
Oh yeah, I mean, so when speaking of which, when we were going through our instructor school, which was luckily for us was just over in Vancouver, Washington, LIBA came here to Portland to, not only do us and then Portland, and I want to say there were quite a few other folks that were from other agencies that were part of that class. We had a great time. I mean, for the most part, we rode in and around Vancouver, which was fine. But then, like, kind of like the last hurrah, before the class ended or whatever, we went up and rode Mount St. Helens.
Oh, geez.
And
Okay, I won't say anything. I
Yeah.
won't complain anymore.
yeah, that was a very interesting class. I mean, because I nearly died at least 2 or 3 times coming down because they got these narrow bike tracks where you're doing what they call it, single track or whatever it is,
Yeah.
and there's like cliffs, where there's steep drops, several hundred feet. And I was like, do I go over this cliff and, in my life, or do I run into the bushes? I'm going to take the bushes.
Yes,
instead.
yeah.
That's going to be my
I'll take
out.
the bushes.
Yeah.
Oh my
So,
gosh, yeah.
Yeah. But, it was great because if I remember correctly, this was before I was in charge of the program when Dave A. was the bike sergeant at the time.
Okay.
Anderson?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so-
I know. Yeah.
He called
Dave,
corporal. He is a corporal or detective.
Dave came, so we went to Durango, Colorado to this
I've been there.
advanced bicycle,
Oh, I forgot
course.
he did that.
Yes.
Okay.
So Dave came with us. So it was me and Rob. I want to say I think Steve was there. So
Wouldn't surprise me.
it was Steve, Dave, me, and Rob. So we went on, and so it was funny because they had this mountain and they do like this regular mountain bike like race on this like course or whatever. So we were going up this mountain, pedaling, our hearts out or whatever. Of course, it's at elevation,
Oh,
which,
sure.
Colorado, you're not used to that here, in Oregon. But we're going up this mountain and, Dave A stops in the middle of the ride and he breaks out a cigarette and he's smoking in the middle of the bike ride. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
It's a good time for a smoke break. Smoke him if you got him.
There were people that did that at work too. Like, how do you do that?
It was crazy. I was like, what? But yeah, that was a good time doing
Wow.
that. So yeah, so came back, like I said, I was working doing bike patrol stuff in downtown Portland, which that was awesome.
Oh, but that was crazy. Yeah.
Well, I mean, again,
It's just fun. Different.
chasing around Hispanic drug dealers in and around, Old Town, they're not expecting you to be on a bicycle.
Oh, yeah.
They're looking for the police car, right?
Yeah.
They're not looking for this guy, that's on a bike or whatever. So, I mean, we had arrested, oh my gosh, hundreds and hundreds of people that were, dealing drugs down there in the Old Town area when I don't know what it's like now. I don't know if they still do that now or what, but yeah, that was a fun time.
Oh, I bet.
So, yeah. Oh, okay.
You got a story?
Yeah,
Okay.
talking about stories because, Dave B,
Yeah.
he probably, if he
What
was,
does this look like to you?
oh, that looks like Dave B.
Yeah.
It is Dave
It
B.
is Dave B.
So-
If he can't be here, so he's
He-
here in
okay, that's
absentia.
his-
Yeah.
his-
B, you
okay.
won't come on.
All right,
You're right
yeah.
there, buddy.
Oh my gosh.
You know who that is.
So he was a canine
Chuck.
officer, and I was
Oh, that's right, I remember
still
that now.
fairly new at the time, whatever. And we get this call to this, I guess it was a noise complaint or a suspicious person or something like that. This lady
Right.
called in, hey, there's something in my backyard, blah, blah, blah. So Dave and I, he's got Mazio, and we're going around going around the side of this house, and there's this window, right? And so we're passing in front of this window, and we hear this blood curdling scream, just "Wah!" Whatever.
Oh, jeez.
And Dave looks over, and it's this guy in the window just screaming just as loud as he could because he didn't know who we were, right? And Dave's like, it's the police, calm down.
Oh, he was screaming because she saw you guys.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
No, it wasn't a she, it was a man.
Oh.
It was he was like I said, it
no.
was like this loudest blood curdling scene you could ever think of. And I was like, oh my God.
no.
It was hilarious. Oh, it was so funny.
Oh
But,
no.
yeah, every time I think of Dave, it's like, bro.
Oh my gosh. You scared that poor
yeah.
guy to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
We did. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. So.
What now? Were you ever an FTO? I think
Oh,
you were.
yes.
Yeah. So
Oh,
did you?
yes.
What kind of? How many recruits do you think you had?
I don't remember exactly how, since I didn't become an FTO until I came back from TriMet.
Oh, okay.
So the amount of time before I got promoted to sergeant was year and a half, maybe 2 years.
So probably not a lot of time.
Not
So you
a
had a
time.
few.
I mean, I had a few. I mean, so Dan, was it Dan Diamond was like,
Oh, yeah.
he was my first.
Because he had just come over from OSP.
Yes. So
All right.
so he was
Okay.
my first.
That would probably be a nice one to start with.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
easing
Nice
me
and easy.
into it
Yeah.
or whatever, So and I had others, Eric S.
Yeah.
He was one of my recruits. Brad D.
Yeah.
What's John's role now? John.
John B.
Yes.
Commander.
Commander. Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
he was one of my recruits.
Oh my.
Yes,
Yeah, I see.
uh-huh.
You trained at Commander.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
Oh, my.
put the
little Keith Morrison
Oh,
there
my.
for you.
little star in my cap for that.
That's
There
Yeah.
you go.
DNA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's some others, kind of they'll,
Sprinkled in there.
You were an FTO, you know what
Yeah.
it's like, they'll
A
hand
whopping
somebody,
16 years.
they'll hand
Ugh.
somebody off to you,
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
It's like we're having
like
problems
a
with this
week
guy,
or
whatever.
a
Yeah,
day,
can
yeah.
you straighten him out or whatever? And I don't know if because from my military background, I was a little harder on my recruits.
Yeah.
I didn't really allow them to like wuss out of stuff. It's like, no,
Yeah.
you
You need to do this.
yeah, because I want to say at least a handful of them, the butchers, bakers, candlestick makers.
Oh, yeah.
speech.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
Thank God I never heard that speech.
yeah,
Oh, my God.
yeah, you have that come to Jesus. It's like, you need to square your S away and, and get it together. So, but yeah, I mean, I didn't have a whole lot of recruits, but again, being a shift sergeant is kind of similar to
Yeah.
being a coach, but you're being a coach for your deputies or whatever.
Yeah, the whole
And,
shift. Yeah.
yeah. And I mean, again, I really enjoyed, being a sergeant,
Yeah.
take care of my guys, making sure that they had the stuff that they needed, and backing them up, when unfortunately admin wanted to, do something to them or whatever, try and shield them as best you could or whatever,
Right.
but yeah, it was a good
Yeah.
time.
Good. So, any other stories or something impactful that happened helping somebody out even while you were
My
there?
gosh.
I know I'm putting you on the spot, but
Yeah, because it's been a long time since I put on a badge and a gun. I cannot think of anything right now.
that's
but,
fine.
I mean, I do remember this one particular car crash that I responded to, and actually,
Was it Cookson's? I'm kidding.
no, I wasn't even on when
Oh.
Drew had his accident or whatever. But no, this is nighttime thing. Because again, I spent a lot of time on night shift. Okay?
Oh, that's true. You did. Yeah.
I
Mhm.
was on nights probably about 8 years. So at least more, at least half of my time I was
Yeah.
on night shift. Because again, being a young deputy, that's where all the fun and excitement is.
Yeah.
That's where all the hot calls are, all the stuff that you want to go and get involved with, whoever's on night shift. You don't do any of that stuff on day shift. That's
Yeah.
for the old, nearly retired guys, But night shift
true.
was
All the skill, no
was
the
where
will.
all the fun
All the
was.
skill, no will.
So this particular crash, I want to say it's off of Farmington Rose or whatever.
Mhm.
What's that one street that comes and T-bones right at
Kinnaman? Is it the
Farmington
diagonal?
there? No,
Oh.
it's further out.
209?
Further out.
Oh, Tile
Tile
Flat?
Flat.
It might have been Tile Flat.
Well, they've changed that intersection because it used to be you go up was it 185th, but it would turn into it wouldn't be 185th all the way
No,
up.
that's
though.
not far enough.
But yeah,
There's Tile Flat.
there's
There's
Tile
no
Flat
out there
and,
too.
yeah,
So get up there. No, wait a second.
because
So
175th changed.
So
to-
it was
yeah.
it was Farmington. My bad. Farmington Road.
Oh, we're
as
way
it's,
we're not
as it's
far
going
enough out. Yeah, we're thinking Shoals Ferry.
going to
My
the west. So nonetheless, crash happens. Vehicle comes, runs a stop sign, goes off this embankment and goes down into this yard or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I want to say McLeod was the first one. Brian B. or Brian M. was the first one on scene there, and I got there shortly thereafter or whatever. Ladies ejected from the car. It was pretty gory or whatever because I want to say she went through one of the windows of the car or
Ugh.
whatever. Now this lady had like half a face, and my hats off to Brian because he was actually attempting to do CPR on this lady. I was like, bro, she is not gonna make it, which she didn't, but it's still nonetheless.
Yeah,
I
no.
like I said, my hat's off to him too.
Yeah, people
Give
don't
it a-
realize the stuff that we have to do or try to do to
Oh
help
yeah,
people. and
yeah.
it's just
It was
like,
it was crazy. It
Yeah.
was crazy. But yeah, so that was I mean, again, that was him trying to help her, but
Yeah.
it was like, whoa. That was well, let's see, because I spent a lot of time up in what used to be the 2 area because I was the 2 area sergeant for a
oh,
while.
Bethany,
Bethany and
Mhm,
whatnot.
Rock Creek and all
Rock
that.
Creek.
Yep.
Yeah. You guys remember the lady who had the baby cut out or
Oh,
something?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, oh, they're off Murray and
Yes.
is it Mill Creek or whatever?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
That was
that
a
was,
crazy
that was
story.
another night I was on.
That's a weird one.
So again, like I
Ugh.
said, all the crazy stuff happened. And then there was the crazy dude down there in oh geez, what is it now? Down in the lower 6 area before you turn in. Well, what was the lower 6 area then? Which I guess I don't know what the
Well,
district maps are now.
Probably still
Was
the
it
same.
Sexton Mountain?
Yeah, yeah,
or
it's
Yeah,
whatever?
we're still
6.
six.
The
yeah.
burn barrel.
Oh yeah, the
dude.
burn barrel with Marcelli was
Yes.
warming his hands on it.
Oh, did you
Oh,
go to
Dave,
that?
I still give Dave crap about that.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, what's that barbecue smell? He's warming his hands on the burn barrel, and he has his wife.
Oh, I didn't know
upside-
that part.
Oh, he has his wife upside down and burning.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was
And the only reason
either
they
a
had to find-
reserve or just got hired because I remember them telling that story. in a
Yeah.
briefing
We went
when
there
I
like
went,
3
oh
different
my
times.
God.
Oh yeah.
We went there like 3 different times,
'cause
and they
it was
finally
the-
figured it out.
It was the odor
Yeah.
that was coming from the backyard, and obviously.
Well, somebody called a welfare check at first.
Yes, because okay,
The wife
so
or the mother or
The
something.
wife's family called because they hadn't heard from her. She had not checked in with anybody. She'd been missing essentially. So
Pretty abnormal, I suppose. Yeah. at the
again,
time.
it's an adult.
Yeah,
missing
back
on
then.
a-
And back then we didn't do. I mean, that was back
yeah,
2000.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was
And we
not
didn't
a lot
do
of
a lot of stuff where when she's an adult, she doesn't
Yeah,
have to say anything.
exactly.
We didn't write
yeah.
paper on it. We didn't do anything.
Nope.
We'd go knock on the door. She's not here.
Yeah, she's not
Sorry.
here. Yeah,
We don't even look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really,
No.
So again, I can't remember exactly what Dave and I can't. There's somebody else that was with him.
Barzilli went. No,
that-
no, Dave went once, and then I think Herman went a second time up there
Okay.
for another call.
Yeah.
And then I think there's a third call, and they got in the house and they found blood on the floor that he didn't clean up. I think is what
okay.
it was.
So that was.
Oh.
And that's
that
what
was,
actually caught more of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
the body.
There's a clue.
and
Yeah.
then he didn't when he was burning the body. He didn't put no holes in the bottom.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was all preserved at the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the
he
fire was on top.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, you know. you got to know
What a
that
crazy
sort of
You
stuff.
got to know how to get rid of a body if you want to get rid of a
He
body.
didn't do the right Google search.
He
right?
did
Yeah.
not. He
No.
did
Should have
not.
called the
He did not.
cops.
Yeah.
That's how you get rid of a body.
How do you?
Yeah.
He should have called the Volstex show. And
Yeah.
How do you?
Yeah,
Cop
yeah.
talk. Yeah.
The cop talk. I'm thinking about burning a body.
Does Steve have a show?
He used to.
He used to.
Oh,
when
he did?
When
We
I
talked about
first
it
started, we
back
were talking
in-
about his show.
Oh,
when
We
okay.
used
he
to have
did
a
our
call-in
podcast.
show back in
All
the
right.
day when you
Yeah, it was called
On
Cop
the
Talk.
Cop Talk.
Cop
Oh,
Yeah,
Talk.
him
okay.
and it
on,
was
cable access.
Paul Hess. Is that right? Am I saying it right?
Paul Hess.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Nice. Okay.
Anyway, yeah, that was a crazy one. When I heard that story, I went, "Oh my goodness!"
Yeah. Well,
like, oh.
there's a lot of, like I said, nighttime, man.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah.
run into all sorts of.
And Barzilli was not warming his hands on it, but I give him shit about that all the time. That's
Oh,
what
it's
like
a little cold out
barbecue.
here.
You run
But I
into
think he did go to the
mystery and
backyard.
mayhem at
I
nighttime.
think he
yeah.
did knock on the door, the first call, and the guy was in the backyard burning leaves in the barrel,
Yeah.
and she was in the barrel
Yeah.
But-
Well, he's trying to do
Yeah.
whatever he could to keep
to
the.
get it going.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
then, but what do you?
Hey,
he's
just
just
doing
burning
some
leaves.
yard
what do
work.
you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Just some yard work. No big deal, sir.
Yeah.
But I always give
Nothing.
myself-
Nothing to see here.
Yeah, there's nothing to see here.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about,
Never.
deputy.
So I'm just
Never-
telling the truth,
never
Dave.
mind
You didn't
that.
really burn.
Yeah,
You
that's
didn't
all
warm your hands on the barrel.
I haven't seen my wife. I think she
Yeah.
went to the store.
Yeah.
Well, that's what she said. He left. Like, say she left him
Oh,
or
wow,
something.
just
And
guessing.
Hey.
I think they found a bullet hole in the floor too, or something like that.
Oh, good God.
I don't remember.
Well, you
all of it.
remember a lot more about
because
it
it was
than I-
during we were working night shift. It was in the
Well, and
sixth.
he
And
was,
I was
he was brand new.
I was well,
then.
well. Dave got hired with me. We
Yeah.
were both working the six.
Good golly.
Well,
And-
everybody knew works the six, man.
Yeah.
They,
Well, the sixes were. I love the six back in the day.
trial by fire.
What's up with
Yeah.
the six? What's up with the lower? What happens?
Oh, it's where dreams go to die.
Yeah,
Aloha.
I loved Aloha. When I started, I loved Aloha, and I loved
Yeah.
it even
Oh, my God.
after I came back from traffic. I
again,
loved it.
there were a lot of people that made their career working at Aloha. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
Well, that's what
what's
I
his-
loved it.
What's his name?
Until I
Oh.
didn't love it. And then
Until-
I,
yeah,
until I
yeah.
went after I got back from TriMet, I didn't want to go back to the
Yeah,
six.
you didn't.
Well-
See, you had a taste of freedom.
I
you
know.
Yeah, well, all I ever did on FTEP with Dave B was take
Uh-huh.
steamers in the morning because we work a day shift and there's another one.
Yeah.
I got really good at those, and then
Yeah.
finally went to my first beef. And
Oh
I'm like,
yeah.
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 after 4.5 weeks. Anyway,
Yeah. Aloha. Yeah.
so you were there. So you were at the SO for what, 17? You figured around there?
16 and a half.
Okay.
16 and a half. Yeah. When I left, it was early January of 2011.
Gosh,
when
I
I-
can't believe it's
when-
been that long already.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Because when I left, I did a couple of odd jobs or whatever, and then I started working at the Port of Portland.
So tell us about that.
In
What happened there?
January
Yeah.
of
Okay.
2012. So when I got hired at the airport, I was one of the parking control representatives, which, back in the day, well, they still,
You told me to move one time.
well,
Kicked me out of a parking spot.
they-
Get out of here!
yeah. Well, they still have people
Did
that
he tase
do
you too? He
that
should
do
have.
that same job. They call it something else now. They call them parking enforcement agents now. They're the P's
Do
versus.
they carry a gun because they're
No.
an agent? Oh, damn.
No,
No,
they're
I'm
totally
kidding.
unarmed. No, I
No,
mean they
I'm
don't
kidding.
have any defensive tools at all. No OC, no nothing.
A
All
vest,
they,
hopefully, so
well,
people can see them.
Well, yeah, I mean, so they wear this,
the green
fuchsia
vest.
colored, vest or whatever, high vis
High-vis
vest
Yeah.
or whatever. But they do have a radio, so
Yeah.
they have communication, with the comm center or whatever,
Right.
so they can call the police to come whenever they need them.
Right.
But that's what I started doing when I first got there, and I did that job for about 8 years. And again, it was easy for me from my law enforcement military background to move into that position because I had already been yelled at and called a bunch of names and all this other stuff.
right off you,
Yeah, it didn't bother me
cares,
one
yeah.
way or another. So for me to write somebody a ticket at the airport for parking no waiting. Are you kidding me? I've written thousands of dollars of tickets. This $85 ticket don't mean nothing to me. So I'll give them out like, you get a ticket. And
So you would
get a
This is Oprah over here.
Yeah.
So you would write tickets. Were you directing traffic at all in certain areas, or
So I mean,
Okay.
part of their job is to direct the traffic on the lower and upper roadways at the airport. So
where people drop off and
the drop
okay.
off and when they pick people up and stuff like that. So they don't do it as much now, but myself and my coworkers then, we'd be in traffic all the time, trying to get people
Right.
to move and stuff like that. So walking in and out of traffic again, was not something that I was not already familiar with. So
Right.
doing that job, and again, oh, I forgot to mention, I was a verbal judo instructor.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
See.
So utilizing my verbal judo, yeah.
Yeah.
So, or verbal hoodoo as other
Gerbil
people.
voodoo.
Gerbil,
there you
gerbil.
go.
That's
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
never
And
say.
we
I
always,
still can't
we
say.
always tease old TD about
TD.
that
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
TD time.
Gerbil
Oh,
voodoo.
He knows
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
anyway.
so then, with all that experience or whatever, doing that job at the port was, pretty nonsensical or whatever. It was
Yeah.
it was fun. But I want to say, prior to COVID, the port, they came up with this program to give people familiarization of what it's like to be a landside AOS. And basically that means you're an air operations specialist inside the terminal. So you basically, walk around the terminal, check on how things are operating and functioning, make sure lights are on and all of that. And, all of the concessionaires, making sure that they have what they need, that things are functioning the way that the port wants it to, to give service to those people operating in the terminal. And that's airlines as well as the concessionaires or whatever. So I was in that program. I got hired full time to be a landside AOS. And then just after COVID started, I went from landside to airfield. And then I was out on the taxiways and the runways, basically kind of doing that same thing out there, making sure that the airlines, their how should I say, underwing people, like their service providers, are following the rules and stuff like that, writing tickets for speeding on the, service road and things like that, and picking up mail and stuff that fall off of baggage carts and whatnot. So then we had somebody leave, and it was a managerial position, and they wanted to hire somebody from inside the airport, and I was like, well, I've managed people, obviously, up to 30 deputies, on a shift sometimes. So I put in for it. I got it, whatever.
Sweet.
So I've been doing that the last 4 years or so, because let's see, I started in 2012, it's 2025. So yeah, I mean, it'll be, 14 years here, here soon. But so yeah, it's been fun.
Is that PERS too?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, that's a whole nother story. So obviously, being at the sheriff's office, I was purged tier 1, being hired in 94 and all that. But when I left the sheriff's office, not knowing what my future was going to look like,
basically, yeah.
I took the money that I had in PERS, I took it out, I said, oh man, I gotta live on this money for a little while till I find me another job. So luckily I found that job, at the airport. And then after I had been there about a year or 2 years or whatever, PERS sends me this letter saying, hey, if you put $25,000 back into your PERS account, you can be back to tier 1 again. I was like, oh, let me see. No, I didn't have $25,000 to put back into it. But I heard from someone recently that apparently that's kind of still a thing, and I don't know if that's true or not, but because it would definitely be worth the investment
If you can, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because you guys
We're
were
2.
under 2.
We're tier 2 though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still
Well,
not
shit,
too bad.
That was better than this current.
Oh yeah.
Opposite,
Yeah.
yeah.
We got. I mean, like when I started, I didn't think tier 2. Everybody said tier 2 is going to suck, like what it is now.
Yeah.
So I started really heavy with the deferred comp.
Oh yeah.
So-
That makes a difference.
And it worked out good right now for me.
Okay.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
There you go. Very nice.
Worked out pretty decent.
Yeah.
Can't complain. Can't complain.
Can't
As you can
complain,
see, I bought new wheels for my bike.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Certainly, I got to stop spending money.
Hollywood.
Hey,
Woo! Make it rain, baby.
you know what? Is Debbie still working?
Yeah.
Okay, so he got a sugar mama. He don't.
Yeah.
No.
Same. Yeah. She does the
Well, really,
insurance.
no.
Yeah,
The answer to that is no.
Yeah, I mean, because that's
There's a lot going on there, so no.
yeah, that's one thing about retiring is that you gotta cover that medical costs.
Yeah.
After you retire, obviously, like you said, your wife is.
I got
probably,
the VA, thank God.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's why. That's what
And
I
you,
don't have to pay.
you use
medical.
that too, don't you?
No.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
So here's the thing with the VA thing, right? So back when I got out of the military, you had to get assessed or whatever, and then they'd assess, if you have any, disability or whatever from your service. I got rated at 0 in regard to my disability or whatever at the
Right.
time because
Should go get re-rated.
I didn't have anything wrong. You guys know Steve Beaver from Hillsboro?
I know the name, but yeah.
The name sounds familiar, yeah.
Yeah, so he's a good friend of mine. We were on recruiting duty together. So yeah, he had suggested to me that I go do that or whatever. But with the current, yeah.
You should do.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
You
you just get once you get 10%, you're gonna get free medical forever.
oh, okay.
Just 10%, and then you get one free. You get a lot of free
Just tell them
perks.
you got a trick knee or something.
Well,
you got tinnitus? Do you
I'm
get tinnitus?
Well, I don't. But the crazy thing was,
you got something.
you guys remember well when I was a gang sergeant. When I went down to the gang conference down there, down in LA or whatever, I got sick, and I came up with diabetes out of nowhere,
Oh.
and not just type 2 but type 1, so
Mhm.
I was like, could that possibly have been service related? I have no
Yeah.
idea because really
You like your grits with sugar and butter, didn't you?
yeah.
At the
But
mess hall?
I-
Come on, bro.
I did, yes.
I did
but
too.
Oh my
I know. Come on,
I-
I did too.
I talked to because the thing about it is when I came back from that conference that me and was it Mike G?
Mark?
No, Mike
Mike.
G. He's retired now. Griff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So Mike G and I, and then there were several Beaverton officers, and I want to say there was a Hillsboro officer that went also. But when I came back from that, I got put into the hospital. So I was in the hospital for 4 days in intensive care because my blood sugar was so high, and I had a nurse who was himself diabetic. So we had a whole conversation about that in regard to, what caused this for me, again, being 45 years old to come down with type
All of a
1.
sudden.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
out of
I,
nowhere, kinda.
because, my then wife was like, he eats a little sugar and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no, that's not part of it. So I could enjoy my grits, the way I like them.
I did. Yeah, I enjoyed it too.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm obviously careful of what I eat now, So
Sure.
of
Well, as you
course,
get older, you got to be, right?
definitely, yeah. So yeah, in regard to getting my evaluation from the VA, yeah, we'll see.
You got any interesting stories at the airport? There's got to be something crazy that
Oh,
happens to
my
people
gosh.
just because all the people that go in and out of there. I mean, I even watched stuff with it because we just flew in and out
Well-
Palm Springs. I'm just like, I look at people and go, oh my goodness.
Well, so the thing about people at the airport is
Yeah.
that, believe it or not, when people come to the airport, they're under so much stress.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
You really, it's just unbelievable. So we used to have this saying that, there's like this protective cover over the airports that just sucks people's common sense out of their brains because they just do some of the most random, dumbest shit that you could ever think of.
Yeah.
So I cannot think of a specific thing right now that happened in the airport, but there's dumb shit every day. I mean,
can only
even
imagine.
from people just leaving their car unattended and going inside the building and, oh, you mean I can't do that? I mean, dude, there's a
right in the
there's a
drop-off area, you mean?
sign that says you can't park here. There's a red yellow curb that says no parking. You're not supposed to be here. So you think it's okay to leave your car and come in the building for
As the recording says, loading and unloading only over and over.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Oh my
it's
gosh, yeah.
I mean, so there's all sorts of stories, but I cannot think of a specific one right now.
Yeah, you always wonder if people look in the mirror before they go out to
Oh,
the
bro.
airport too.
They-
You gotta. I mean,
So so one of the things, particularly being a landside AOS inside the terminal, is that a lot of the time, well, it's changed a little bit now in the fact that the hours of lost and found being open is a lot greater than it used to be back in the day. But people leave their stuff all over the airport, like you wouldn't believe. So you're going on a trip somewhere, you got this carry-on or whatever, even your phone. It's like women are forever leaving their phone in the freaking bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah,
Top of the toilet paper.
so you're
yeah.
chasing down people's left behind item. It's like, again, you got this carry on or whatever that you're gonna take onto the plane. How could you leave that in a store somewhere, or in a bathroom somewhere? It's like,
You feel just a little lighter
Yeah.
than you
You were dragging it all day, and now you're not
exactly.
dragging it now.
And now you got nothing in your hands. Yeah,
Yeah.
Did
hey,
you forget something
yeah,
maybe?
let's go catch this flight to Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
So,
gosh.
but yeah, it's a daily thing.
I can't even imagine. You just
Yeah.
watch people when you go to the airport. You say, "Oh my god."
But the good thing, though, is in this position that I'm in now, I'm the airport duty manager. So
Yeah.
we oversee pretty much everything that's happening on a general basis in regard to everything that's in the terminal and everything that's out on the airfield. But we don't necessarily have to get involved with all of that stuff.
Right.
We have our people that can, go out and do all that. So I try to, I can't say, how do I say this? Limit my exposure in regard to the customers or the passengers,
delegation.
in the terminal. I delegate a lot of stuff
There you
to,
go. That's fine.
to other people. Yeah. So I sit at my desk. I
Seems
obviously
like a good idea.
answer phone calls,
Yeah.
and I got computer stuff that I need to do, whatever, with the airlines.
You got
and
the
whatnot.
Gerba hotline. You
Got
gotta
the
be
Gerba
there.
hotline.
Gerba hotline.
Yeah, actually,
Hey,
they
hashtag kill Gerba.
he called
Killing
the
Gerba.
he called the information line and
Oh,
information
really?
and
Okay.
paging. And so so information and paging, whenever they have someone that they don't know the answer to or whatever, they just send them to us. We're kind of like the catch-all clearinghouse for any conversation or question that they don't know about. They send it to us.
I bet one time, and I don't think it was you. I know it wasn't you that I talked to, but one time we were looking for a missing person, and the last thing we knew is that they had either flown out or were coming back to PDX, and their car was in long-term parking, all clear out by Cascade or whatever.
Yeah. Mhm.
And I didn't know this before, but I guess there's cars that go in and out of there, and they take what do you call
Inventory.
it? And they have cameras on them, like a Google car kind of
Yep.
like thing. And I didn't know that. The guy, they said, well, it was a little bit of it was a little bit of work, but I was able to get the guy. Like I had to send over a request or something. I think that, hey, can you look for this car and can you tell me if it's there?
Oh yeah.
And it wasn't no search warrant or anything, but it was like I had to prove that I was so and so.
Oh yeah.
Something to that effect. And then they said, oh yeah, that car is there.
Yeah.
Because that gave us a lead as to where she might have gone or something. But I didn't know that. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
So the parking lots and the garages are run by kind of a separate company. It's called SP Plus Standard Parking or whatever,
Right.
and services. So they have lot people that not only drive through the economy lots,
Right.
not just the port police, us, as in our landside, AOSs drive through that lot, as
Right.
well as SP Plus. They're the ones that are recording the information of the vehicles
And
that
get the
are
plates and stuff.
parked out
Right.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they do that in the long-term garage and the short-term garage. They have an inventory every night as to how many cars are parked in there and whatnot. So, yeah.
Because it's probably also to get numbers of how many people are parking there, just to get an idea, and then also who's actually there.
Well, yes.
In this case, it really helped to figure out, oh, her car's still there. Where is
see,
she?
a call
Right.
like that would probably go to, the police or whatever. They would put that to, standard.
And I
or
may
whatever.
have talked to
They-
another, like the Port of Portland police
Police.
at some point, I think. I
Yeah.
can't really remember specifically.
Yeah.
I got lost in that parking lot, and they drove me around looking for my car.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, SP Plus will do that.
Yeah, I forgot where my car was at.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
was in a
no.
whole wrong spot.
Yep.
You know what's funny? We always go there and she'll take a picture of the park,
That's what I started
place where we
doing.
drop off, and then we also
Yeah.
take a picture. We're kind of where we are near one of the markers.
Oh, yeah.
And usually that works out pretty good. We
Yeah.
usually find it. So
Well,
far, we
one time
haven't
I
had to
did.
do what you've done.
Just the
Yeah,
one time
I mean,
I did take a picture of it.
A
and
lot
I forgot
of
where I
of
was
people,
at.
I tell them, it's like, well, so if you know the level that you were on, and even the general area, if you just go up to that level and start, doing your clicker for your car,
Oh, sure, yeah.
your horn or sound or whatever,
Yeah,
then you
see.
can locate your vehicle that way.
I always
then
park
you
in long term.
See all the common sense that
I get free
Blake
parking.
gives
Yeah.
free common
You
sense
get
to
free- I go-
everybody.
At the very out, you park way out west, you get free parking
Well,
for the VA.
Well, you
Oh,
do?
with veterans,
Okay,
you get
yeah.
free parking.
Well, I mean, I
Like
get
the
free
same-
parking
yeah.
because
Yeah,
I work for
you-
the port. Yeah.
Well,
so-
yeah, of course,
but,
yeah.
You get free flights too.
No, there's no flight benefits.
don't get
Unfortunately,
that?
Oh.
no, because
You
you
gotta work for
have
the
to.
airline.
You got to work for one of the airlines. Yeah. So
Yeah.
just working for the port is not enough.
Yeah,
Darn it.
Yeah.
I need to get a job with the airline.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
You can be the next Kurt T.
You could be. You
Yeah.
could be. Speaking of Kurt T, I haven't heard from him. You know, when he got
You got his phone number?
when he first got his job, he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna be out here." Blah 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 blah. I haven't seen him. Like, I ran into him one time.
What airline was it?
Southwest? Is he still with Southwest?
I don't know. I wanted to call him and get
Oh,
him on the
yeah.
show
Heard-
too.
That's
I
the
have-
only time I heard it. I haven't.
Okay.
Heard it.
I
Yeah.
thought I had his phone number, but I don't.
So I was just like, bro, I don't even see you, whatever. So, because Southwest is on the econ course, which is where my office is or whatever. So I was like, bro, I should at least see you once or twice, but I don't even know if he's even still doing that.
Yeah.
Does he?
Because that's been a while ago.
It's been a while.
yeah.
Yeah, I've
Because
been
he's
talking-
been gone, shoot, at least 10 to 12 years. At
At,
least,
at
right?
least, yeah. At least, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
So,
That's crazy.
Hmm.
yeah. So,
What do you do in your spare time? Any good hobbies for you?
So I'm a golfer.
That's right,
That's my
okay.
big thing.
Yeah.
Obviously that started here at the SO when I injured my knee,
Yeah.
in a pickup basketball game. Well, it wasn't a pickup game,
Oh,
but it was.
yeah.
I had so we had played in that 3-on-3 thing for Hillsboro.
Yeah,
you
the
know,
Main Street
that-
Madness. Yeah.
Yes,
We were
and
on the
so-
same team together.
So we
long
played in
ago.
that 3-on-3 tournament, and then this guy approached me to, join this team that he was doing at Tualatin Valley Hills Rec or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I joined the team. It was the first night of that thing or whatever, and I go up to try and block this guy's shot, and dude hit me, underneath my knee, and tore my patella tendon, and
Oh, that,
you know,
that hurts.
yeah, yes, it did.
I've done that.
So after that, I stopped playing basketball. So it was golf after that. So
Yeah, that's a good
golfing,
sport,
and
though,
then
for you.
still cycling. Again,
Yeah.
like I said, I just rode the bridge pedal this past Sunday. So cycling, golf. I try and get out and about. As
Yeah.
best I can.
Yeah.
I went to Costa Rica a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Of course, Johnny C.
Wasn't there yet?
He wasn't on. He didn't retire as of
quite
yet
yet,
at that
yeah.
particular time.
Yeah.
But
He's
yeah.
down there full time now.
Yeah.
Him and
Now
his
you got
wife.
another reason to go down there. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Did
They
you
got some
ever-
bungalows down there now.
Oh gosh, yeah. Tom's a big Costa
They
Rica
got, you can
fan
stay at
now.
his house now.
Oh, what? He's got bungalows?
He's got bungalows right next to the pool. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
not know that.
Yeah, just when we went down there, they weren't ready yet, so we had to
Okay.
get a couple places. But now these are all ready to go. His pool's all
Okay.
done. His house is all done now.
Johnny
Holy moly.
I'm calling you up, bro.
Yeah, he wants people to come down there.
Yeah, but it's a good time.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed my time down there. I was down there for a week with some folks that I went to high school with, a friends group of mine.
Mhm.
We went down there and we had a blast. It
Yeah,
was
it's fun. Yeah, fishing's good. Did you go fishing at all?
No, didn't go fishing, but oh man, my one experience on the water. We went on this sailboat or whatever to attempt to go like snorkeling and stuff like that. The water didn't cooperate or whatever. I got so seasick. Oh, it was
Oh
not.
no.
it
Yeah,
was
he
not-
wouldn't be Fisher.
It was
Yeah.
not. It was not.
The water's not that rough out there. Well, I mean, maybe it was that day when I went. So out here I get seasick like half the time. Out here I'll go get seasick
Oh,
with my
huh.
buddy.
Yeah.
But out there I didn't get seasick at all. it's odd.
Okay. Well,
Maybe the water
well,
was nicer.
Maybe it was the size of the boat. I don't know. Because the sailboat that we had, it was over 20 feet in regard to how big it was or whatever. But yeah, man, I got so sick it was not. It's not
Not
fun.
fun.
That's
So
not
when you're
fun
getting
when
sick
that
on a boat,
happens.
it's not that. I mean, super
no.
sick.
No.
But so Johnny living down there full time now. Did he? Were you able to? How should I say? Sample some of the local cuisine.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Were you
Yeah.
able to? Any chicken of the trees?
Yeah. Chicken of the trees. Yes. I sampled everything.
Oh,
It was
okay.
good. Well, we had where we stayed. Johnny was with us every day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because when Johnny was there, his wife was still working here,
Oh, okay.
so he was living very minimally.
Oh.
I mean, we're talking about food now, and he didn't eat. Like we went to his house, right, and all he had was like peanut butter
Oh.
Oh well,
and some eggs.
better than nothing.
That's all he had in his house.
Yeah.
So he ate like a king with me and my buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Because we paid for every meal.
Got
It's
it.
like I'd pay for all the meal one day,
Uh-huh.
and my buddy paid for the meal.
Oh,
And I'd
okay.
pay for the meal, and he was like a king. And then I don't eat a whole lot of food. So
So in
then-
other words, when are you coming back again?
yeah, I said that, yeah. Well, his wife's there now, so he's probably he's probably eating good again.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Because now she's from down there.
Yeah, she's
right?
from down there, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Probably got the homeboy hookup.
We're trying
now.
to start. My buddy and
Yeah.
I trying to start a business down there. That's our goal.
Oh, man.
Okay.
For fishing, a fishing business.
Gotcha.
Basically, not because nobody packs the fish.
Oh, got
Like
it.
you catch a bunch of
To
fish,
get it
fish
home.
down there,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they just put it in a Ziploc bag and say, "Here you go." Nobody freezes it. Nobody seals it up.
Yeah, that's
Don't
that's
carry
probably
that on
not
the
gonna.
plane. That's not good for the carry-on.
Yeah,
No.
no.
But you
that
can carry
over
the fish on, but it's not frozen or anything. You
Yeah.
put it in your
Oh, my
freezer.
God.
Yeah, because
In
it's
a
not, it's
Ziploc?
not a short flight down there
No,
too either.
it's like
so.
6.5 hours.
Yeah.
So that's our
okay.
kind of goal. So that's what we're
It's a
looking
good
at
goal.
right now.
Alrighty.
And if there's 2 ports down there, you can do it. And if it works in the first port, we're going to try the second port.
Okay. Now
He's
where's
gonna-
so where does he live now? I mean,
He lives right outside of Jaco,
Go.
JACO.
Okay. So what? So when I went down there, we flew into Liberia.
Oh,
Was the main?
we flew into San Juan.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All
Yeah.
right.
And then it's like an hour and a half, I think, to where we were around the.
Oh, so you quite a ways
Yeah.
from where that.
We flew like on a Wednesday
Uh-huh.
and then flew out on a Wednesday because you don't want
So
to do it on
they're
a weekend because it's
Two
so.
different airports then, I'm taking it? Or
So-
more than one? More than two?
It depends where
probably.
you fly into. You can fly into a big airport to take a jumper to a smaller airport.
Yeah. I mean, so Liberia, it's a fairly, I'd say so they had service, or they had at least 5 jetways or jet bridges or whatever, to
Right.
service
Right.
aircraft or whatever, and then their extra stuff. So thinking about that after now that it's happened 2 years ago, but yeah, so it's a smaller airport, so.
Well, San Juan is probably the
San
main
Juan's the
one.
biggest
It's,
one.
Big
it's,
one,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. I want to say that's the larger city.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the big
so,
city. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
mhm. So yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Sounds like too much fun.
It was.
It was a good
More and
time.
You haven't been down there yet?
Huh?
Oh man, you and the wife, you need to go down and have fun, bro. Well, be
I
careful.
want to buy a condo down there too.
Oh, okay. Well,
Condo.
what's property selling for?
It's
down
like
there?
it's same price. It's like it depends what you get, but they're like
Uh-huh.
300,000.
Okay.
But so my buddy
Little
who knows
cheaper, maybe.
everybody down there because he's been
Uh-huh.
going down there for 12 years. The guy I went with,
Okay. Yeah.
and he goes down there for months on end, like because
Oh.
he's a fisherman up here. Then when
Uh-huh.
it's not fishing here, he's down there.
Gotcha.
But he could make. He says the guy who runs all the condos that
Mhm.
he knows, he'd run ours.
Oh, okay.
We'd rent them out, but you'd make 3% on top of
Uh-huh.
everything.
Yeah.
So basically, you're making your money, and then you have a condo when you want to use it.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of after the business. That's my next goal.
Gotcha.
Is to buy the condo.
Okay. Yeah, because when myself and my friend group went down there, we stayed in this huge house. It was, I want to say, at least 7 bedrooms or whatever. Had a pool, sauna, all that. I mean,
That's
we
the way
had
to go.
we had a staff came and cleaned the place and all that.
Oh,
They
wow.
made us breakfast in the morning, and lunch, whatever. And
It's a
then,
little fancier where we stayed, but
Oh,
we
bro,
had
it
we
was-
have we learned we have to stay in a gated community with armed guards. We've learned that.
yeah, it was.
That's a story offline. I
It
can
was,
tell you.
it was a luxury accommodation where we stayed. It was nice.
This was luxury. It had pool.
Oh, huh.
It's in a gated community with condos.
Okay.
But yeah, we needed armed guards.
Well,
I started
now is
bringing. So we're right on the beach, and there's a guard at the front and the back.
Oh,
And like I said, I don't eat a lot of food, so we drive up in my golf cart with my cowboy hat on. I'd get my leftover food.
He didn't have
okay.
the
And then
net-
we had-
he didn't have the net hat at the time. You wore
Yeah,
that.
I had
Yeah.
a cowboy hat,
That's
and then I'd
important.
bring. We'd go. My buddy's a great cook, so when we caught the sailfish,
Oh, okay.
and,
Mike.
yeah, Mike.
Right, okay.
And we'd bring steaks to him, and steak and shrimp, and
Oh,
all this food.
okay, yeah,
Tom was
yeah,
And
making
the
yeah.
security
friends.
guards,
Okay.
they'd love it when you bring them food.
Oh, I bet.
So they took good care of us.
Okay.
Hey, the
Did you
pool's
have
closed,
security at yours?
but you
No,
guys could
there
come.
There was
pool's
not
closed,
any
hit the
security.
pool.
Well, I take that back. There was down at the street. So the main road or whatever, there was a guard shack and all that with a gate. So we.
But it was
come
for
through
the
that.
was it for the neighborhood or the little area?
So,
or was
yeah, I
it for
mean,
you guys specifically?
It wasn't for us
Okay.
specifically, yeah. So there were several different houses in this complex, and actually they were still building 2 of them at the time that we were there. But yeah, we, like I said, went up this like long windy road or whatever, and yeah, it was at the top of this. It was great because the view was spectacular, into this bay or whatever down at the bottom of the hill or whatever. It was nice.
Now, was it like a Verbo or an Airbnb, or was it
Well,
some
so
other
I
site
can't-
that you go to?
I can't remember the name of the company, but it was a specific company that rented out luxury, places
Okay.
like that. Yeah, because this friend of mine, done fairly well for himself, he and his wife or whatever, and so they invited me and several of our friends to go over there,
Oh,
and
okay.
stay with them at in this luxury
So they took care of
place.
that
Yeah,
rental part.
exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes, all we needed really we paid for our airfare and then money for food and stuff like that. Or we ate out every night and all that. Again, we didn't need to in the morning because they were fixing up breakfast and
That's so great.
and lunch and all that. So
Oh, man.
it was nice. Yeah.
Very cool.
Mhm.
Very cool.
Airfare's not that expensive, really.
Yeah, it was.
It's
was,
okay.
Depends when you get it.
It was relative,
Yeah.
I mean, because prior to that, I had gone to Puerto Rico, by myself, and that was nice too. Because that was just after COVID had ended. She had to get a negative COVID test and all
Oh.
that crazy stuff, and you had to fill out this form that said that you were COVID free for blah, 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 whatever, to come to the island, 'cause
Right.
obviously, Puerto Rico being a small place, they didn't want nobody getting sick, there, but, it was fun. I mean, it was one of the things that I had wanted to do when I was in the military. Oh, I want to go to Puerto Rico because the Marines, we have a base there,
Yeah.
so I wanted to go there,
Yeah.
but I never had the opportunity to do that. So I was like, well, now's my chance. I'm going to go to Puerto Rico. And I had a good time. I played golf.
Yeah.
And the mistake I made was I didn't take my golf clubs with me.
Oh,
I rented a set there, which was a terrible idea.
Oh, no.
So now wherever I travel, if I'm going to
Take
play
your
golf,
own.
I'm going
Yeah.
to
Bring
take
your
my
clubs.
golf clubs with me. Yeah, because
That's a good call.
It was well. Again, I'm taller than the average bear,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
being a
So do
tall
you-
guy.
So do you find yourself when you go on flights, like especially longer ones,
Mhm.
getting like a business type or first class more?
So I have flown first class now that I'm single and I have the disposable income to do that.
Right.
If it's affordable, I will do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I went to Puerto Rico, I flew in what Delta called their economy plus
Plus,
or whatever.
Yeah.
Just behind first class.
So yeah, so you have
Yeah,
a little
it's-
more leg room
yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I try and get those seats that are generally everybody
Comfort, they call
everybody
it.
wants
Comfort
to
plus.
everybody wants to be
Yeah.
in the emergency row because you got the extra leg
Yeah.
room.
You never
whatever.
get that
Yeah,
anymore.
exactly.
So I gotta
Because I'm getting it. That's
because
why
all
we're-
the short people there.
I'm
Yeah.
always getting the emergency
all
room,
the
bro.
short,
Makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah,
all the
there's a-
short people are there.
they're
That's
like-
me, baby.
like-
5'11" guys are in the
Brad
emergency
that
room.
we were talking about.
I need guys who can take a charge in the emergency room. That's me.
yeah,
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
back.
Like we're going to London, and it's like she's only 5 foot. my
Oh,
daughter.
okay,
That's
yeah.
another story. But we
It's another story.
well because
we know.
we adopted her. So.
Okay.
Anyway,
but
but like to go down to Palm Springs, I got to get the Alaska Premier
yeah.
because I got to have the length. And then, because first class going to London was like $9,000
Oh,
a ticket.
bro.
No.
Yeah.
So we found that Delta, because Alaska doesn't fly international.
Delta's
So
better
because she's going to
anyways.
study abroad, so
well, so
I got the Delta Comfort, they call it, and
Uh-huh,
it's
yeah.
the same thing as like business class where
Comfort
you got
Plus.
the extra leg room.
okay.
Yeah, what he said.
Comfort
So,
plus.
but
Yeah.
Because
with
Delta's what I
this
fly most of the
new,
time.
how shall I say, acquisition that Alaska had with Hawaiian
Yeah.
Hawaiian Airlines, they're merging or they
Well,
have
that-
merged.
and
So
now-
they're going to be flying more
Out of Seattle, though.
more international flights. Well, yeah, I mean,
But, yeah, I know, right.
the flight to Seattle is what, 45 minutes?
Yeah,
29, actually. We just
Yeah.
did it.
So yeah, I mean,
So
it's
surfing
not.
you
It's
up
it's
and
yeah,
down.
exactly yeah. So
ridiculous.
going up to Seattle to
Yeah.
catch those
True.
international flights. I mean,
But we already booked
if
by the
you
time
can-
they told us that.
If you
It's
can
like,
save some money doing that, you know, it makes
No,
sense.
it was better. It was, I mean, it was still expensive, but it was worth it because I'm like, for that long of a flight,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
like the first leg is like 5, then the second leg is 7.
Oh, yeah.
And then, I drop her off, and the
Mhm.
leg coming back is like straight from there to Seattle.
Oh, gotcha.
From,
Okay.
From Heathrow. And I'm like,
Uh-huh.
I got to have some leg room because I'm just by myself
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
way.
yeah. I want to be comfortable. Got it.
I can't, well, in first class, I can't justify,
Oh, I got you.
$6,000 for a plane ticket.
Yeah.
But I mean, they are the ones
It'd
with
be a
the
lot.
bed. You can lay back
Oh,
and
yeah,
chill
yeah.
out. They got a partition. I'm like, dude, if I won the lottery, hell yeah. But no, not
Every
now.
time,
You
every
know,
time.
Every time.
Set of wheels, bro.
Yeah. I'd be like, Tom,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even do that first class. I never.
Yes, you
I don't
would.
ever
Stop
fly
it.
first class
You would,
unless they
yes.
give me a free upgrade.
the first time I ever did it, there was
What?
some,
You've never
No,
flown?
I've flown first class, but I
Oh,
would not
okay.
pay for it now.
Gotcha.
well, someone, a guy that works at the office, Ryan K. that works in training.
Yeah.
His unfortunately his ex-wife, but we went to Mexico with him.
Oh, okay.
And she had amassed a ton of miles.
Oh, okay.
And so we paid her for the tickets, obviously, but she did it all on hers and miles. So we flew first class.
Oh.
And I was like, "Are you kidding me?
This is what
Damn.
life is like here.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm doing this for me."
Yeah.
That's how the other people
it's
live.
So
nice.
no, I haven't. I've only done it once since then. But
Yeah, I mean,
oh my
you know,
gosh,
if you can afford it, you know, when you can, it's a nice
throw some
little,
miles in there or something,
Yeah.
you know, to upgrade. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, not
Yeah.
that long. I mean, it'd be great to do it that way, but it's so expensive. I'm like,
Well, yeah, I mean,
9,000.
it's. I mean, it's. I will
Yeah,
not speak on.
it's okay. If you want to do it, good for them. I
Well,
guess. But-
no, I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about
Yeah.
Airlines.
The airlines. Oh,
I know,
man, they
yeah.
are making money.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd think they wouldn't, but yeah,
They're in business to obviously make money, and their
they are.
shareholders, you know, they want
Yeah,
them to,
that's
you know,
true.
want those dividend checks.
That's
that
right.
they-
well, I mean, our buddy Bruce paid 9,000 for the
Yeah, they
Germany.
We went to Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What airline did he fly?
Actually, it was so when I talked to him, it was confusing at first. But when they booked the flight, and he worked at the office too.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so he flew from here to Seattle on Alaska,
Uh-huh.
and then from there to Frankfurt on Condor Airlines.
Oh, so you can go to Condor
Yeah.
from Portland direct now
Oh, okay. Yeah.
to Frankfurt. Yeah,
Yeah.
Condor, Portland
Yeah,
to
because
Frankfurt.
is that a German airline? I'm assuming.
Mhm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Now,
we're not going to Germany.
there
but
are
yeah.
some people that say that, oh, you know, Condor is like the spirit of America or whatever. But
He
I,
said
you know,
he flew first class. So they flew first
okay,
class
there
all
you-
the way.
There you go. Okay.
But anyway, well, hey, so we're kind of getting close to that time. What, as far as going back to the whole police thing,
Mhm.
having been nearly 17 years in law enforcement and also some military experience, what would you tell people that want to look into law enforcement or are looking to get out, retirement? What
Any
would you
advice?
suggest? Any advice that you would have with your experience?
So let's start with the first question, going
Sure.
into law enforcement.
Yep.
Law enforcement is a great career.
Yeah.
It really is. You can obviously do a lot of things. You can go into different ways and stuff like that. But you need to be solid in your mind that you're going to do or you're going to be able to do what it takes to fulfill the role. A lot of people don't think of the emotional and the mental drain that it has on you
Agreed. Yeah.
being in law enforcement. Like you said, you help a lot of people out, but you see a lot of stuff that your average person is never going to see. So you got to be mentally prepared for that. And there's unfortunately a lot of times no way to really do that.
There's no way to
Yeah.
get mentally prepared for seeing that.
Until
Yeah.
you're
Tell you there.
you're thrown in the fire, but at least have, they've, Tom, a belief system, that's something greater than yourself, whatever that would be, or
Right.
whatever, have that belief system that you rely on to ground you in regard to, this work that you're engaging upon. So
Yeah.
that's my big advice for people coming into law enforcement. Have that set up ahead of time. Makes a huge difference.
Right.
As far as getting out now, I mean, the economy has changed so much. It's since I got out.
Yeah.
I mean, there's opportunities to do so many different things, like we're all talking about, setting up a business and doing this and doing that, whatever it is. You want to be passionate about whatever thing that you want to get into.
Tom's OnlyFans foot page. Yeah.
Hey,
Sorry, I wasn't supposed to talk about that.
well, hey, I'm sure there's people out there who want hairy
I'm kidding.
toes.
He doesn't have one yet.
No,
That I
don't.
know of.
Hairy toes,
No.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I mean
A
that's
TikTok page.
that's perfect. But no. So you want to go through, have your passion. That's what you
Right.
really want to do. Because again, the whole thing about do something that you're passionate about. It's not really like work because you're doing
Yeah. Agreed.
what
Something
you
you
like.
enjoy.
Exactly. Yeah. I
Love
mean, and
doing.
even, you guys are, I don't know if you're getting paid for this podcast now, but something like this. I mean,
Get
there
paid
are
in hugs.
a lot of
I get a lot of
people,
hugs.
Particularly now in the
smiles.
internet age, people are making money from their YouTube,
Yeah.
so You
Yeah,
know?
they do. It's crazy.
Yeah.
People want me to do videos with them on TikTok. I just haven't found the right company to do it yet.
Okay. See, I mean, that's another, avenue of revenue, but for your retired guys, unfortunately, like myself, I'm still having to work,
Yeah.
but it's all good. But
My
yeah.
friends tell me I need to get a job. I have too much time on my hands. That's half
What?
my. That's
That's
half my
perfect. What are you talking about? What? I mean, that's the whole idea of retiring, to
Yeah.
have
Too
all
much
that
time?
tie on your time.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of these days, I want to, be that old guy that's, working at the golf course. Yeah, don't pay no attention to him. Yeah, get free golf.
He's gonna be teaching the next Happy Gilmore before we know it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, my golf game's not that good, but I enjoy
Oh,
it.
I bet I bet he's good. He's probably really good.
Yeah.
No, not as I'm decent.
There you
I'm
go.
decent.
There you
No, I'm
go.
not even.
Yeah.
I'm decent.
I'm decent. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
you
I
know.
mean,
I
so-
suck. How about that?
No,
I
well,
suck at golf. I only play in tournaments, and they always go whoop.
see the
Yeah.
thing.
And I
well,
drink too much.
The thing about golf is that it's one of those sports that if you don't practice
Yes.
or dedicate practice time to it, you're never going to improve.
Nope.
You gotta be willing to dedicate the time to
What
get
did
better.
You gotta
what did
put time
MJ say about it? It's like free throws. You can only contain it, kind of thing, or something to that effect. I remember him talking about that.
I thought you were gonna go Allen Iverson. Practice. What are you talking about? Practice.
Oh, I could have done that too. I guess I forgot about that. Yeah. But
Yeah.
jeez, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, do something that, obviously, hopefully will have a good investment, return on your investment or whatever. But
Yeah.
like Scott, is doing the coffee thing and all of that. And
Oh, yeah.
whatnot, so
Tall fur.
Tall fur
everybody.
coffee.
Yeah.
Get your
Don't
tall
forget
fur
old tall fur.
coffee.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I know he just loves doing that.
Oh, yeah.
He loves it.
So that would be my advice, because again,
It's good. Very
I
good.
can't really, I can't really speak on retirement per se because I'm not retired yet. I've
Yeah.
got a long ways before I'm ready. But again, even if you're still working, if you want to continue to work after you leave law enforcement, there's 1,001 things
Oh, yeah.
that you can do, again, with that law enforcement experience, there are people out there who pay for that knowledge and experience, you
Yeah.
know, so.
Whether it's even law enforcement related or not.
Oh, sure.
I mean, 'cause-
Exactly. I mean, because again, from the management experience that you get,
Yeah.
and not necessarily managing people, but as a regular deputy sheriff, you manage all sorts of stuff. You
Yeah.
manage your caseload, you manage,
Yeah.
your suspects and all sorts of things, So that experience transfers to the civilian world in a manner that you don't really understand until, you get
Yeah,
out
you
there.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Very nice.
That's it.
Cool. Well,
Anything
thanks for
else
coming
you?
in.
Yeah.
I have
Well,
nothing
right.
else.
Thanks for you
Yeah.
guys inviting me, man.
Well,
I
yeah.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
No,
Blake.
yeah,
Yeah.
we appreciate you
Yeah.
coming in here. And thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Look for us on Tuesdays. Smash the like, smash whatever you're gonna smash, right?
Yeah. Smash it all.
And if you want to go
Smash
to Great
Gerba,
Bucket
for that
Hats,
matter.
check out Buddy Lou on TikTok. She makes these hats great. Check her out on TikTok, Buddy Lou. All right, peace.
I don't know what that
See you next
means.
week.
I'm assuming that Bonnie Lou is a person.
Buddy Lou is a
I have-
person.
Ah.